Hi everyone, as you can see, nice and chilled, enjoying the sun. It's the day after yesterday's game. As you can see, I'm a lot calmer now than what I was yesterday. I thought I'd do a little video just to say a few people have been texting me, messaging me, mate from football, to see if I was all right, and yeah, I am. I don't really understand why I get like that. It's just the passion of the game, I suppose. I look back at that video and I think, really, is that me? But that's what it does. It just the game, the emotions and all that wind me up and make it very, very difficult for me for that first couple of hours. But once the game's finished, once it's over with, and the dust has settled, as you say, yeah, I'm chilled out and back to normal. It's not good for the health. I don't think people have said that to me today, and yeah, it is what it is. I get very, very passionate about the game, and of course Arsenal. And the dust has settled down on it yesterday, and I think you have to look back. It was a disappointing day, disappointing performance. We weren't good enough on the day. I felt tactically we got it wrong. Midfield were all over the place, and it's going to make it very, very difficult in the second leg now. I don't see Arsenal getting through unless it's a madness, and somehow they could do. Listen, I think one of the things that can be said, and I think it's important to say this, is that to get through to the final, I don't think it can be like set in stone. Like, you win 7-1, then you win 3-1, and then in the opening legs, and then you get through. I think somewhere along the line you're going to have to find it a difficult time and to get through, and this is our difficult time. PSV, for instance, found it very difficult against Liverpool to go 1-0 down at home, and they managed to turn it around at Anfield and win on penalties. So it can be done. They've had a tough moment, so we've got to experience that, I think, if we're to get through. So that's hopefully what we can do, but it's going to be very, very difficult. I just think there was a lot of things wrong yesterday. The performance from certain players wasn't good enough. And listen, I think I keep hearing this word pressure. We didn't perform under pressure. These players, are top players, and that's what you want. You want games like yesterday. You want the pressure. You want the big prizes. You're going to have to go through pressure moments, and you've got to be able to handle that. And at this moment in time, I look at a certain few players, and the manager has to come under this as well, where we're not looking like we can handle the pressure of a big game. For me, the biggest disappointment about yesterday was not winning again at home. We've lost to Man United in the FA Cup at home. We've lost to Newcastle at home over 2 legs, which is worrying. Like the first leg at the Emirates, totally outplayed and outfought tactic-wise, and people will turn around and say we didn't turn up. And then, yesterday is the same thing. Needed to get the win and don't. You can look back at last season, Liverpool at home lost that as well. So we've lost a lot of games at home, big games at home, and that there is a pressure of winning at home in front of your fans. So it's very, very difficult. But the pressure should be something that they should bring on and enjoy. There's many games where there's no pressure and no edge to it, and I think that's very important that we get the edge. And I thought it was a disappointing performance from that point of view, and we didn't deserve to win the game. In saying that, though, I have to say that a lot of criticism for the fans last night, and it really does bug me. I thought the fans were fantastic before the game, talking about the flag or whatever we call it. At the beginning, does it really matter? Like, what it weren't great or whatever. It's not what that's about. It's what I think a lot of people have gone on more about the flag and the team. The team, is more important. If Arsenal win tomorrow, no one talks about that. But because we've lost, they start to try and deflect and things like that. But the atmosphere, I thought, was fantastic before the game. And to go a goal down after 4 minutes, that's going to knock any fan base. And I think that the fans were definitely up for it. Probably in the 60th minute, we needed a little spark from the team, and we didn't get that. I think that there's a lot of criticism given to the fans, because I think the little digs, because of the atmosphere at the Emirates, is fantastic, and other teams don't like it and feel like it's time to have a little dig about our support, particularly at home, which has been fantastic over the last 3 or 4 years. So I find it very, very insulting when other fans are saying, oh, we weren't up for it yesterday and we didn't help the team and all that, like, you know, load of rubbish. Oh, and the other thing that I've heard is we could hear PSG fans all the time. Yeah, you could, because, you know, when we go away from home in Europe, we're stuck up in the corner behind netting and you can hardly hear us. There they are having a field day. Until that is changed, I think all English clubs, have got a disadvantage going into Europe, because, you know, they've got this fantastic view, no netting, it's low down. You know, when we went to Real Madrid, we're as high as it can possibly be out of the way, put you furthest away, and I think that if we don't start doing that, I don't think we're going to get the advantage of the home support. And yeah, you could hear them yesterday. And listen, they're fantastic supporters, home and away, they're unbelievable. You know, I would say when people turn around and say, what's the best atmosphere of grounds you've been into? I would say it is PSG. I thought it was amazing when I went there a few years ago. So I think that that's something that we've got to address and make sure that we put right. But all in all, you know, it's another day. There's always an opportunity to go through and win. You know, it wasn't our best performance. I think one thing we can take from it was only 1-0, and also I've got to say that I don't think we can play any worse than what we did. And you know, hopefully we can put that right on Wednesday in Paris. I also think that, you know, get that midfield sorted out. Thomas Partey was a big loss, and he shouldn't get away with it neither, by the way. You know, it was stupid booking when you're already through. Has cost us maybe the final, because I think he's important to us, and not only him, the way that he plays allows Declan Rice to be freed up, and hopefully that will be the case in Paris. One final thought: Martin Odegaard has got to start performing. Not performing at all at this moment in time. He's just not playing well. He's just not at the races. He's just not there at this moment in time. And if I'd be really honest, deserves to be dropped. But if you're going to drop him, who would you drop him for? When yeah, definitely deserves a chance, but it's a big ask to do that in the semi-final. We just need him to get back to form and start playing well. Listen, that's my little bit of peace. As you can see, I'm nicely chilled out now, just enjoying a bit of sun, and hopefully it's going to be like this for a few days, and also in Paris. So we move on to, of course, Saturday against Bournemouth, but more importantly, Paris. Here we come next Wednesday. Let's hope that we can do it and make sure that we perform on the day. And that's one thing that I will say. If we perform and we give it our best and we lose, I think we can accept that. For me yesterday, we didn't perform, and that's what hurts. We just didn't perform and make things happen. So listen, everybody, have a lovely day. If you're out in the sun, be careful of it, be wary of it, because it can burn you. Take care.